The median age of a first-time homebuyer is 59 years old. This is coming out of the Kiplinger letter, specifically related to real estate. It says, it keeps getting harder for young adults to purchase their first home. First-time homebuyers are facing high home prices, elevated mortgage rates, and a limited supply of homes on the market. That's made them over a decade older, with the median age of first-time buyers rising to 40 in 2025. In stark contrast, the typical first-time buyer in 1991 was 28 years old. The median age of buyers in the U.S. overall increased, get this, the median age of a first-time homebuyer is 59 years old, up from 56 in 2024. The median age of people buying homes is 59. That's messed up. Don't you guys think that's messed up? Unsurprisingly, first-time homebuyers' share of sales has fallen to a historic low. That group represents 21% of home sales, down from 24% last year, and about half of what it was before the housing crash in 2008. Savings and money from the sale of financial assets were the top source of down payment funds or first-time buyers. Gifts or loans from family and friends were another popular source of funds, with 22% of first-time buyers getting cash for down payment. Good news, the government shutdown is over, which means $42 million or 42 million people got the funds that they need to buy groceries. 42 million people on welfare, food stamps. And millions of government employees are now back to work. And so the gist of their sales letter was this: if you are relying on government to either buy your groceries or pay your salary, you're in a very risky situation. And I thought, that's really impactful. And I'm hoping that that message will permeate, that people will recognize that if we're relying on other people for our income, it's not a great position to be in. And it further just proves and helps to support the point that having side hustles is really important. Now, you guys are aware of the 50-year mortgage. How many of you think this is a good idea? So there was analysis done, and I didn't bring the slide for you, but I'll give you the numbers. A 30-year mortgage on a $400,000 house at 6.125 is going to run you about $3,100 a month. If you run the same numbers out to 50 years, it saves you $149 a month, from 30 years to 50 years. However, at 10 years in, on a 30-year mortgage, you will have almost $25,000 in equity. In a 50-year mortgage, you'll have less than $7,000 in equity. So is this 50-year mortgage a good idea? I don't think it is. So they're proposing something else that I wanted you to be aware of, and that is the keep your mortgage. Has anybody heard of this? Okay, so this is being proposed, keep your mortgage. So this is currently being done in Canada and in the UK, where you don't get a mortgage against a piece of real estate, you get a mortgage against yourself. And then if you want to move or sell, you can take that mortgage with you and apply it to whatever new house that you're buying. So the mortgage doesn't actually get paid off at closing, it just moves to the new house, which would allow people who have a 2.5% and a 3% mortgage, which is how many of you? Right? Okay, none of you are ever selling your house ever, right? What if you could take the mortgage and apply it to a different house? Would you consider moving then? Maybe, okay? So this is being proposed to get the markets moving. And I thought that was a very interesting idea, and I liked it a lot better than the 50-year mortgage.